Welcome back. Hopefully a midweek episode, if we can get one done, of my Metro WRX Subaru 6R4. Well, what we're doing today, we're going to play about with taking the prop shaft off, maybe trying to shorten it, and also play about with the exhaust as well, get that shortened and tucked back up away, because they're highly important jobs to get done at this stage. Yeah, get the exhaust sorted. That's got to be done, innit? So yeah, just because I just want to, it's just the back. It's simple to do. We've got the roll cage ordered up to sort of my measurements. They're doing the hoops and the door bars, etc. And then hopefully I've measured right, and we're going to get a load of straight pieces. And then so hopefully maybe next weekend that'll be one of the jobs, because again that's going to help me put all the strength back into it. And before I can do much more, and I thought, well, let's get the roll cage done before we drop and weld the body on, because again we can lift the body off, weld all the roll cage up completely. But anyway, today is just about prop shafts, yes, and how we can shorten it in a farm shed with a bench. So first thing to do is got to get the thing off, which we should have done the other day but we didn't, so we're going to get it off now. Okay, exhaust off. Technically, I couldn't leave it on because we've shortened the wheelbase. Basically, sort of, let's just call it the diff here, is now gone 5 inches closer, so it's getting very close to this. So basically, what we need to do is take 5 inches out of this part of the section to bring this silencer forward, which then mounts that bracket still back onto the original one, and then obviously we're short on this area / put a 90-degree on it, which I'm planning on doing a back box across the back there, or the original box, and we just flip it 90 degrees. That's the idea. I don't know if it's a special make or not. It's got a bit of rust on there. I thought it was stainless to start with, but maybe, I don't know, you tell me, you guys. The dog, God, it's not my dog. And yeah, so might as well order up some new gaskets, I guess. Do half a proper job. Got to get the diff out, get the prop shaft off now. Prop shaft out, took the whole thing out in the end. I thought I might be able to split it in the middle there, but every time I do one of these prop shafts, I swear they're different joints in the middle there. Sometimes they have a CV type joint, sometimes they don't. Maybe I'll have to look back at my old videos, but yeah, it's obviously been cut. I don't know who did that. It must have just sort of fell apart when coming out. So we'll worry about that in a minute. So yeah, there it is. That's your prop shaft. Sometimes you can replace them with a single length prop shaft. This one's got a middle bearing. Different cars have all sorts. What's strange is they're filled with cardboard. I think that's to do with just the sound drumming of them, the effect. That's all I ever read, nothing else. You can see they've got balance weights on them. They're all balanced properly. Obviously we're in a shed, we haven't got a ramp, we're just doing what we can. So yes, I should send this off, get it done properly, but I just want to get it back so it's able to move under its own steam. God knows with my projects if they ever hit a track or anything, but we can cut it and shut it. We do our best with it. If it works and proves a point and we get the length correct, we just send it off, get another one made, or we get a single length one made, who knows. But for now, part of the fun of this YouTube and your entertainment is we're going to weld it up ourselves. So yeah, we need to have a look at that. The idea would be to split this, cut this section off here, shorten this enough, and just reduce it. Sometimes it's very important to get these pivot joints matching so they're sort of parallel with each other. Thinking in my head at the moment, it's mostly not so bad with these because it's got like some sort of constant velocity joint, but we'll try and get it as accurately as it was before. So yeah, I think some sort of jig, and work out how we can split that, or just get that apart. Okay, I've been thinking about this all of 10 minutes. So what we need to do is cut through this pipe as square as we can. So basically once we've cut this off, we look inside, you can see this flange thing. So it's like a top hat, and it will have a nice sort of machined edge to it. So if that's square, push them together, weld them up. Got to be squarish. And then the other crucial thing is we're just trying to keep this centre line correct as well, just in case that causes any issues, because I'm not too sure what sort of joints in this, but I feel it's a bit constant velocity. But anyway, it's a bit of a laugh. It's just a rally car. While I think about things, I've got a lot of new subscribers that have come in on this project, so welcome. If you haven't been here, I'm going to have some chicken paprika for tea, maybe with sweet potato fries. They're not my favourite, but they're okay. So let us know what you're having for dinner, because that's what we've been doing for the last few years, me and everybody else that's been subscribed, and we tell each other what we have for dinner. So yeah, what are you having for dinner, you new people? See if we get anything new. Yeah, and again, hit the like, subscribe if you like my project. It's all good fun. We've ordered up the cage this morning now. I've paid for that, so that'll be interesting to see how that comes and how well my measurements are. And yeah, like, share, check out the description, see our ways if you want to contribute, but just hitting like and commenting is all good. And yeah, prop shaft time. We're getting there. I just in front of the weld at the moment, so I think I should try and grind back a bit. The trouble is, I think I've always going to lose the machine flange without putting this in a machine again. Lathe, which I haven't got. If I was at my dad's, lovely dad, I know I'd be doing this properly with your dad. But hey, we're here, so some way we need to just clean that up, and then yeah, we're going to shorten this down by the tape measured mark, and figure out why that should just go on. I think there's actually some burrs on there. Yeah, and then weld round. Yeah, what could go wrong, guys? One quality shorten prop shaft. Still need to weld it yet, but yeah, I don't know. It'll do. It'll make the car drive forward and backwards out the garage, that's for sure. Whether we can get any faster or not, who knows? But yeah, good. And look, I don't know if obviously the new people obviously know this is a bench. Obviously the older people that have been subscribed for a while knew there was a bench here, but couldn't really see it. So we've had a bit of a tidy up, and yeah, okay, a bit. You know, it's a lot. It's pretty good for me. So yeah. My heart says we should, or brain's trying to tell me that we should try this on the car before welding it. But I just want to get the welder out and go. All right, guys, you're telling me try it on the car. Try it on the car, Matthew. All right, I'm going to do that. Okay, welded up and painted before you can even see it. And yeah, honestly, I did get under the car. And I did try it. I did, honestly. I didn't quite bolt it up because it was a bit heavy, and I was but it looked like it was gonna fit. So we just went for it. So I did sort of 75% of the effort there. So yeah, I got it up there and pushed it all in and got yeah. So anyway, obviously there's a little bit of movement in that. So hopefully that will compensate for any inaccuracies. But anyway, that's what it is. We'll let the paint dry. Go have some lunch. Fit that back on. And yeah, all good. Move on to the exhaust, because why not? We haven't finished the car yet. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. The old back box, stupid 5-inch silencer on the end there, but we'll get rid of that. We're going to put just a nice 90 degree onto that. That's just 3-inch, I think that's all that's needed. It's a 3-inch system anyway, so I think it'll be fine. We're going to cut the wheel well out of it and get that tucked under a bit under that rear panel. And so 90 degree there, 90 degree out here, keep it simple. The back of a 6R4 just looks empty. There's a diffuser there and stuff like that. Obviously I can't because of the diff and all sorts. So yeah, you can go berserk really on the back of a 6R4 as long as it looks mean and ugly. And then yeah, the rad will be above that, higher. So yeah, here. I'm just using some stainless that I've got off what I used off my race car that I built in 2008. I built another race car before YouTube. It actually did go to an event. There is some videos if you look back through some of the really old videos. 2 litre 8 valve turbo. Yeah, so it did actually do one event, that one, before I broke it and sold it all. So yeah, so that did better than the previous race car that never did race, not with me anyway. So hopefully, you never know, this one might get on the track. But there you go, never throw stuff away. That's from 12, 13 years ago. Okay, prop shaft back on. You'll have to believe me, I'm not going under there. Seemed to fit, so yeah, felt quite balanced in my hand. So yeah, I think that should cause no issues whatsoever. But yeah, it'll make its own space, won't it? Anyway, back to the exhaust. So, need to shorten this down. No, the other end. Need to shorten the other end down. This end we need to shorten down. So yeah, definitely could do with some new gaskets. So I must order them up later. So I'm not too sure. I think I might just cut it here actually and bring this back because it's got a slight kink in it. For some reason we can keep that. This is quite square to the parallel to the exhaust system, so just in my mind we mark a centre line, chop, move it back, weld again. Obviously it's supposed to be maybe stainless, I don't know, but it's definitely got a bit of a corrosion going on there. But anyway, I'm just going to use steel wire because that's all I've got. Because we're quality services around here. Look at that spirit level as well. Okay, we shorten this down. I've just got a couple of tack welds on it for now. In hindsight, I should maybe have. I've just welded it to the end. I should have cut the old bit of exhaust out and poked it in, sort of thing, give it a bit more strength. But we get some weld on there. Maybe slap a bit of over joiners on there just to do it. Again, yeah, we get a full professional system fitted another day. Yeah, honest. Yeah. So that's good. I had to cut the bolts off of this, so we'll just find some other bolts just to whack on there for now, just to get it in place. But as I said, we need to order up some new gaskets anyway. Okay, this is my current plan for a back box. 90-degree down there into the main system. Hanger there, obviously not best place, just welding it on there. It needs a bit more support. Anyway, planning on this falling off anyway. And I'm just going to basically taper the stupid 5-inch exit down to the 3-inch because I think the 3-inch looks just nice, and I don't think it's going to restrict it too much because it goes from 3 to sort of 5 here anyway. But who gives a rat's ass? It is what it is. Yeah. Okay. Don't know what you guys think. I was trying to get the box central, but without doing really major work, having a really tight bend, I couldn't do it easily. So I thought, well, for now, let's move it off centre. It does the job. What I could do is always put a vanity panel on just to make it look like the box is central. But we may need to chop and change this later on anyway. So yeah, won't show you too much, but yeah, we've just got a bit of rebarb hanging the exhaust off at the moment. And yeah, I think that's going to do all right. It'll do the job. At least it gets another box in there so it's not too noisy. But anyway, I don't even know where I'm driving this damn thing yet anyway. God knows what circuit. Actually Tesco's car park. Not allowed to, maybe. Okay, I've got the bulk of it welded up to the front there, and I've still got to just do the tailpipe a little bit and strengthen up the little hanger bracket because that's just going to snap at some point. But the key thing and this objective of this video was to try and make it mobile again. Okay, I'm not driving it down the road or anything, but I can then just start it up, move it out, move it back, you know, prop shafts all in, you've not got things flaring around. Just need to sort the handbrake cable out just for sake, and then we can just double check stuff. But at least, yeah, put another box on there just yeah, well, it is what it is. So yeah, not too sure what I'm planning on doing at the weekend. I'm thinking of trying to get the thing out. Let's try and sort of mock the front end up, just see, get the shell better positioned. It's not far off now, but we're gonna get it spot on ready for when the roll cage comes, because it needs to be in the right place for when the roll cage is made, because then, yeah, if we put the roll cage in the wrong place, the shell's not going to fit back on top. So yeah, that's the idea, is we're going to put the cage in, tack it, lift the shell off, and pop it back on again. But anyway, yeah, no room in here, could do with a ramp. yeah, midweek video done. I think we made some good progress today. So thumbs up, likes. I know it's, well, you know, somebody's going to say, why are you doing the exhaust now? Why are you doing all of this? But hey, who cares? Lockdown, we get out through this together. Till next time, see you later.